You know, I'm going to have to do the same thing now, Layden. And congratulations. You get to pop that cherry. It's the prime. I mean, it is the prime of prime subs. Uh, but you get the first emote. You get the first icon for me. Yeah. Maybe we can get you your 50th tonight. Maybe we can get your 50th tonight. Oh, hey. AWL Trooper. How you doing, you beautiful bastard? I owe you something. On my list of paper here, number 11, right there. Be careful, Layden. Be careful. AWL may be a beautiful soul, or they may not. It could depend on one's point of view. Number 11 right here, because I had completely forgotten about you. But I owe you a thank you. Welcome in, AW. How are you doing tonight? And I've been trying to catch your streams and ask you how all of your DMing went, because you had a mad spree last month of DMing literally everything. Hanging out and stream, lurking with me. Very appreciated, sir. Very appreciated. Very appreciated. Son of a biscuit. This quick? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now have an ad break. I have a timer for it too now. SiriBot will be alerting me for the most part that ads are happening. So, I didn't expect it to start that quick. I didn't really see a button to say stop. But I have disabled the pre-roll. I mean, nobody can hear me right now. Only Layden can literally hear me. Only you can hear me. I'm probably going to do that too. Yeah. I did include some channel rewards. Um, I I've got to figure out how to tie them into physical alerts, so it will do things on screen. But right now, we're waiting for everyone to come back. Bum, bum, ba da da bum, bum. Ba da da bum, bum. I don't really need to do that just yet. Stop. Reset. 3 minutes. And we go back to live. I thought there would be a more impressive FYI if an ad's about to start, not like something like flash at me. I did not realize it was not going to tell me in any useful box. So, oh wow. I don't know why that said no to your message. I use streamer.bot. That's why. That's why. It looks like I'm going to have to investigate that because I was not expecting the first ad break out of the frickin' gate to be like that. Thank you for sitting through it for 3 minutes. You are literally the first person to see that since I reached the affiliate status. So I thank you for that. And tonight we're going to look at BaseCoat and Chill because it's been one of those weeks. Good evening, Malty. Where'd my pen go? It's right there. Malta, you are perceived by Laden Roses with a roll of 18. Yes, he usually does. Malty does stream things. Uh, I decided to do the Red Dragon earlier this month, or last month. I was prepping and priming things, so I had primed him all up, and I was going to paint him, but then I got sidetracked by other things, and then never quite made it to the table. So now I bring him to the table, and we're gonna do us a base coat and chill with him. Um, it's been one of those weeks, but I am glad all of your DMing went well. Which question, Multi? I'm just looking for paint right now. No, you cannot. The dragon is mine. I mean, the dragon could be a bit chewy or a bit tough. It's kind of hard to tell which is going to be. Okay. So you never really know what it's going to be. I do want to do violet and crimson. You can try. You can certainly try. Those two colors are ready to rock and roll. My wet palette is ready to rock and roll. I need just a little bit of thinning agent to rock and roll as well. Oh, does my button still work for cat dad jokes? Ah, no, it does not. So a duck walks into a pharmacy and says, "Give me some chapstick and put it on my bill." Nice. Um, So what dragon are you working on, AWL? Last I saw you were working on VV quite a bit. The couple of times I was creeping on your stream. It's been a really weird week for me. It's been one of those weeks where it's just, everything but anything that I wanted to do. So Grenadier Flush Dragon. Interesting. Yes, I'm aware, Multi. I've seen you on a couple of other streams. Ah, see, Multi's trying to be one of those sketchy people and not verify his account. How are we supposed to know it's really you, Multi? And I'm trying something slightly different with my lights tonight, so. Oh. I know switching over to the affiliate rank is a smidge interesting. We're going to do some crimson and a little bit of violet for our base coat. And we'll work up to the reds. This is not a fully... it's not a... he doesn't have all the, like, the intricacies of something, so... our... essentially, we'll be doing half. This other half right underneath here will be a bone color. Maltese older than 90. He should be older than 19. He should be. Unless he's doing naughty things. And where he's just having to remake his account every so often. One streamer you watch. Who was the one streamer that got you to start watching, Multi? I assumed it would be German. Assumed it would be German. Assumed. Ah, ah. Yeah, multi AWL tends to stream in times that you're more ready to be awake. As well. I mean, you seem to fail to understand the magic of AWL Trooper. I've seen the legend himself put one drop of paint in his wet palette and use that to glaze for eternity. I'm kidding, AWL. I would. One of the things that frustrates me about glazing is like, son of a biscuit, how many freaking coats does it take? But you can't argue with the results. Yeah, because you know, when you start glazing on like this guy right here, yes, one drop of paint multi, that's all you're allowed to use. And then you have to redrop another one, and then another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Sleepy Wolfie! Welcome in! I hope you're doing well. Appears that ground control has broken. It's dragon time. It's BaseCoat and chill. We got some lo-fi video game music going on. We got AWL Trooper in here to keep us happy and tell us jokes. Malty's hanging a boot. Laden Rose is in the background somewhere doing something pretty with her art. Not quite sure what, but she's going to be happy with it. Oh, I hate when I get stuck at work on a Friday. I I I did turn my dot to red, Laden, and really ignored everybody under the sun. And I stayed focused on what I wanted to do. It was all about me. All right, hold on. We got a dad joke. A horse walks into a bar, orders a beer. Bartender says, "Why the long face?" Ha ha. So I was in Adeptus Paint Stream earlier today, and I dropped a text to speech on him that said, asking if he had a highlighter so he could highlight my day. And then I got sidetracked on other calls, so I had to mute the stream, and I was watching Death Cafe for a bit. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Welcome in, Smithereen. Welcome in. Yes. We are doing some base coating chilling tonight because it's been one of those weeks. I haven't been around and act. Oh, hey, turn your exposure up, goofball, and everybody might be able to see it just a little bit better. We're gonna base coat this dragon from Bones 5's Dungeon Dwellers. I primed him up because he's a little cutie patootie, and I could play with the color red. So our base coat is going to be a crimson red with violet. And we're going to see where we go from there. I do not feel the need to recreate the box art. So we're going to have fun making him our red dragon. He's going to be interesting. So tonight, I figured, while I work out the kinks and learn what it's like to be an affiliate streamer rather than just a non-streamer, we'd do something chill. AWL, you take it easy. Be safe. Don't sniff the thinner too much. Join us for the base coat and chill, sir. Have you tried a hairdryer multi? What's 0 o'clock? Yeah, multi, get yourself some hairdryer clay. We may be in full sass. We may be in full sass. Full sass. We're in full sass send it mode. It has been so long since I've been able to just not have to deal with anything. Oh, son of a biscuit. 1 second. Instagram. Because uh a biscotto. Uh a scone. A scone would be the closest thing probably. A scone's a British biscuit. Don't let the British hear me say that, or I may have started another fight with the British. Well, I mean, we had the original one where we threw all the tea in the water. We threw the tea in the water, Multi. I mean, be more brandy and wine, really. Uh, No, no, no. You got my... okay. Hang out that way. Hang out that way, please. We're in full floof mode, ladies and gentlemen. Full floof mode. Yes, she does like to keep herself clean. She is a very, very aggressive cat for that need. You're all good. I mean, everybody turns different when they see the floof. So we're base coating over the black with this color right here. It's going to take a few layers. Unfortunately, it'll take a few layers. But eventually we'll be rewarded with a nice purpley red. Burgundy, one might say. Whoop, that's not where I want to put the red. Too excited when I did that. Too excited. But yeah. I hope everyone's week was good. It wasn't stressful or frustrating, and it was just relaxed. Get a nice thin purpley violet red. Mm-hmm. She's gone to have her adventures and sleep somewhere else. So we're going to turn that off for now. I am doing the base coating thing. The base coat to miniature, base coat to miniature, base coat to miniature. We may have hit freaking summer already. What is your good news, Multi? Two. What's your two even good newses? Your first power tool. What is it? A bandsaw. Excellent. Do practice safety when utilizing, and don't cut your finger off. I should have filled that a little bit better, but I was frustrated with him when I was doing that. Oh, I mean, that's how power tools tend to work. Your first ones is a hand me down from someone. And it's probably going to be the best one you ever use, too. And nothing is ever going to quite match up to it. Um, I've inherited many a tool in my day. Ba, ba. I was actually looking at jeweler saws. Um, for cutting off some of these pre-sculpted bases that Reaper uses on their miniatures to rebase them myself, because I really don't like using nippers. I mean, I've got stronger ones now, but some reason I do not like using them to snip off the pre-sculpted bases. Sometimes I feel like I know it does crack the miniature, and then you have to like glue the plastic back together, and it's just yeah. Or the resin print or the Cyocast resin, whatever they use to construct the miniature from. And what is your other good news? Ba, 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 dun, dun. Yay! You've glued the base together. That's great. The way I went through two Mastercraft drills before my boss got a Black and Decker drill that lasted 3 times longer as the other ones. What should I change? Excuse me. I am trying here. All right. I need to link the silly rewards thing um, to something else. That's in cheering. Uh, Thanks for You know, for the longest time, I actually still had a Black and Decker drill when I first bought it, and I think some guy was like, "Is that a good drill?" I'm like, you know, not really. Um, but for what I use it for, it works great. A drill press multi? Um, so I used a corded drill, realized I was really stupid because I was like, I don't need a cordless drill. Then realized I needed a cordless drill. Uh, Bought a cordless Black and Decker drill. And the guy was like trying to tell me it wasn't good, and I'm like, I don't care if I ever actually break it or feel that it's not worth my time. I will buy something that's better. And that thing lasted for, I want to say, 6 to 7 years through some of the worst abuse a drill could ever have. That it never works. It never works. You should be able to link multi. You should be able to. Nope, sorry. Nightbot said no. I chat, why are you like this? Goodness. There you go, multi. Try again. Thank you. Well, it's only good for 60 seconds, multi. Only good for 60 seconds. Because trust me, more than one of these is going to be powerful. Oh, a reciprocating saw? Yeah. Yeah. Funny enough, that's what I got for my 10-year anniversary from a company one year. That was an option. And like we're all sitting around talking about the choices that we had. And keep in mind, we're working for like a very safety conscious company. And they give you the option to have a reciprocating saw. So that's what I got from them. Bought a set of blades from Diablo, and it works really well. The 3 times I use it every other year. I mean, every tool that we own multi just works the way that they're supposed to when they work. It's nothing magical. It's like if you bought a snap-on wrench versus or a snap-on ratchet versus a non-snap-on ratchet. My dad owned one, still owns one, a half-inch drive one that he was like really proud of, but the bit driver bit end of it broke off one year, and he was unable to use it he kept it forever, and just refused to get it fixed until my mom somehow said, "Can I just take that to the Snap-on man and get it fixed, please?" So, oh, you are 100% not wrong. We were doing something, and I broke out that saw, and I had to cut up some black pipe so I could use it as a fence post and drive it to hold up a junky wicker fence that I owned, to keep it from eroding. Hey, no wait, no wait, no. Um, Someone's like, "Oh, how's it gonna work? Is it gonna be like super good?" And I'm like, "Zero, like butter, like butter." We went through it. Chopped it up in no time flat. Yes, you can see Fluketail. She is going to be extra for a little bit because of the weather changes. I have a feeling. Or maybe she'll chill out. I don't know. Welcome back, AWL. Well, she tends to come and go quite a bit, Multi. She really likes it when I turn on the laser pointer in the other room so she can chase it about when she cares about it. But she really just wants to make sure I'm doing all right and I'm just being safe. Have a good rest, Multi. And thank you for all your times that you lurked. If I was a smart individual, I would have started a timer somewhere when that first ad ran. If I was a smart man. If I was. Do, do. That is the video I need to watch next, is how do I connect channel rewards to actual stream events that make me pay attention. That's a Saturday problem. Currently, our biggest problem is let's get a violetly crimsoncy color base coated on our failer here. And then we can get the red. And we can start. There you go. Just put your finger in it. What? What's up? Hmm? You seem rather flustered today, sweetie. Is there something I can help you with? Okay. I am going to lower my desk. I forgot that I could do that during stream sometimes. She seems so like weird. She's like, the desk goes up and down. It's like, yeah, it goes up and down, sweetie. It has always done that. Okay. That helps with the color balance. something like that. Ba-da-da-da-da. You okay, sweetie? Yeah, you're fine. What? Do you really want something? Hmm? What you mean, bro? What? You're okay. You're a-okay. And we are off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. I believe she found a fly. Believe she found a fly. Oi, nerd. All right, we're going to go turn that on really quick for you. Ba-da-da. Sorry, I have returned. Do, 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 do. Just doing us a little painting here. Having us a little fun and just being chill. Oh, son of a biscuit. I forgot to push enter on something. Whoops. Oops. I made all of my social posts, but forgot that one. Oopsie. All right. I'm feeling like I'm going to start needing other colors soon. Because I don't want to go super high or stress up. Or not struggle, but really push the colors up. Right now, I'm going to need a green and a brown. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. Boo, do. Ba, 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 ba. All right. So if my first ad was running sometime after 6:30 or around 6:30, probably a good indication that at 7:30 I should have another ad running. Which means I should probably start making sure my stream is starting a little bit sooner than it has, so that the ad will run earlier. Need to plan it just a smidge. Yeah, we're gonna need the brown here soon. We're gonna do our brown and green, and we're gonna do the bone underneath in the same kind of greeny brown that I did so many other places and just work that way up. We're gonna take just a nice little base coat and chill time. Get them all kind of nice and pretty like. And then, once we do that, we will. I guess that's okay. Okay. Sorry about that. The ad timer. It's a real thing now. I need to get better about tracking when that's coming. So the next one shall be at 8:25, which means we'll probably go a little bit longer tonight. I should probably start my streams a little bit earlier so I can have the ads run and not be a nuisance. Quite honestly. I need to grab a cat really quick. 1 second. I shall not be far. I am going to need to buy a new chair. That's for dang sure. That's for dang sure. Will that joke work now? Okay. What do you call a fashionable lawn statue with an excellent sense of rhythm? A metronome. How cool is that? Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. I do need to get his paw. His paw. Right. Mm-hmm. Get some base coat and chill on. I need to test that really quick. All right. For whatever reason, Twitch chat and Stream Elements does not want to behave. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right, we got us a nice red like dragon now. Or something close to red, honestly. I do need my Kiwi and Gold 79 in my rim. There it is. Bang. Thank you, Antifreeze. It's good to know that the subscription alarms aren't working. It's because I think Stream Elements is upset with me for some reason. Yay! Another thing to figure out and troubleshoot. Thank you for your support, Antifreeze. I hope that you are doing well and you had a delicious dinner, or you're going to prepare a delicious dinner. Working on the D&D stuff. What you gonna work on? What you gonna D&D? What you gonna D&D, sir? Sharks and octogoblins, yes. Sea creatures are the best. Means you're on the high seas and you can do all kinds of fun and goofy things. Or you're near it, at least. I decided to work on this dragon from Bones 5. And kind of base coat and chill. It's been one of those weeks, so. But I'm glad you're getting your shark octos. Octogoblins. And we're going to do hit under there as red. Okay. Hello, sweetie. What is going on the outside? Ba-ba-bum. It looks like blue sky's really popping off tonight. Oh, yeah. I apologize that things aren't working the way that they're intended to be working with Stream Elements and Twitch. So I am not quite the understanding of what is the brokens for it currently. But that is a troubleshoot for another night. This night we solve problems and we base coat. I actually kind of like the Reaper box art for just that one little bit where they kind of grayed out the gloss. Yeah, I've noticed. So it worked fine, but now that I have to authenticate the account and have dual authentication anti, it it could be a little upset with my registration and authorization and need a little bit more TLC. It started the night off fine, but after the first ad break, it said no, no more. I'm like, okay, yeah. Uh, so we'll see what happens. Sleepy Wolfie. By the way, I saw your Foxboy Marine, and all I could think about is I need that in my life. Or your Foxy Marine. If we had to create a successor chapter in Warhammer for them, would they be Ultramarines or Emperor's Children? Because it was Emperor's Children that believed that they were perfect in all the ways, right? Welcome to the complicated thoughts that happens with Painty Paint Paints. Because the boys in blue were the boys. But the Emperor's Children were all about cleanliness, pristine, and being awesome and perfect. Or they thought they were perfect, if I remember correctly. Uh, I could be misremembering the lore. 100%. I am not a Warhammer lore master. I was reading some of the Horus Heresy, or listening to some of the Horus Heresy before I started started streaming again. And I just remembered the point of view of the book that was talking about the Emperor's Children just a smidge. It wasn't the one that uh, it wasn't Little Horse. It was the other guy that was, I forget his name. He didn't like joining the Lupercal though. I remember that much very clearly. He thought the Lupercal was a bad idea. And it turns out it was a little bit. Because I heard the animal hybrids are canon to 40k, you could argue that they're. You could. They could be furry space wolves, but I don't think the space wolves would tolerate fox genes. They're more towards the uh, natural prey, or they wanted to be hunter. Hello, excuse me, I'm playing with the color really quick. I did not expect um, Violet and Kiwi Gold 79 to interact that way, and I'm gonna see what it's like. I mean, I'm not 100% wrong on that. I mean, the Space Wolves were very furry. They're very much furries. Let's be honest. Viking furries. That's how they're always described when someone talks about them too. There's like, oh, do you like being a furry in space? Here are those space wolves. It's like, okay, okay. It's like, can we not make it weird though? And they're like, well, here's the Emperor's children, or here's the Chaos Marines that believe in Slanesh. It's like, okay, let's just not and say we did. Can we? I mean, if I ever have to deal with someone that thinks that I'm not a real painter because I don't do Warhammer, I figured I would do a librarian and a pride color, make them one giant pride flag. What is it, Chaplain and Terminator armor that's got the little like space lightning stuff. So I mean, so there was also 52 miniatures. I don't know if you've ever heard of that YouTuber. He was creating his Stormcast army, and for whatever reason, he looked at them and goes, "There are no women, and I'm not okay with that." So he actually kit bashed together a female Stormcast army, or his Owlcast, I think is what he called them, because he'd used a lot of round shields and iconography. Iconography. We can get the tongue twister. I thought that was pretty cool. He actually even like started looking at some of the stuff. He goes, "How the heck are people in Games Workshop thinking women's heads are?" It's like goofy. Because he even like looked up what are they like in Nottingham, England. And he just it was an interesting video. It was one of his earlier ones, and I really appreciated him for that. I kind of fell out watching some of his stuff, but he was a fairly interesting streamer when it came to kit bashing and talking about painting. He went too far down the oil route for me. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't watch this right now. But he was an interesting streamer. He actually gave me the recommendation to listen to the first Law series from Joe Abercrombie, which is a fairly interesting book series. I also listened to it was the fifth season, I think, from him or from someone as well, and I was like, I don't care for this one as well. Um, I think after I finish the Knights of the Round Tables, after I start them and finish them anyway, I might do the heroic cast for the Bloody Nine. on that traveling party. With what I have in the house, I'm not gonna go acquire new things for it, but do a D&D adventuring party group. It has been so long since I painted. I forgot that I needed to put a drop of water next to my paint. Us goofies like that sometimes. I want a sea blue. Where are you at? There you are. No, I kind of want to pull them. Boom. Bum, 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 bum. Banana, 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 banana. Oh, that needs more shaking. That needs more shaking. Do you have a ball in there? I don't think you have a ball. You need a ball. I need to stand up. Please excuse me as my standing desk rises. You definitely need a ball. Good paint bottle. You can see our little cat ears. The window floof is floofing. Okay. I do want some of this violet and this gray. That's going to be an interesting gray. That's going to be an interesting gray. Oh, why do you mix colors sometimes? Because then you decide, you know what I should do? I should attempt to redo a purple armor and use this beautiful purple that I have on my palette right now. It is a really nice lilac. I also got to be careful how I make my blue sky post. Sometimes when I turn and check the notifications, it's like, hi. I'm like, am I getting a message? No, that was my post. All right. We are getting there slowly but surely. Dun, dun, da, 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 dun. Da, da, da. I shouldn't have used the violet. The coal armor, I feel like that's too much white and it muted the violet to make it a lilac. And it really exposes my mold line right there that I completely and utterly, totally did not miss. You cannot prove me otherwise. So it's kind of interesting. But you can also start seeing the purpley red that we started to base coat it. Yay, purpley reds. Welcome back, Laden Roses. How are you doing? I have had people. Go give the best moderator I have a follow. Uh, hmm. Yeah, that's not going to be that so well for me. Don't have a darker color on my palette, and I don't really want to splurge out another piece of paint. And I need to remember to put little dots of paint on somewhere else. Na, na, na. There goes a little teepers. Actually, I think I'm gonna like the greener bone colors. I need to look at the frickin' box. I need to look at the frickin' box. Yeah. Okay. When in doubt, ignore the directions. So that right there needs to be kind of getting to be that color right there. Drago is looking good. Thank you very much for that, Layden. And I'm sure your art is going to be just as lovely when you send it over. Or I get to see it. Or were you working on your animation? Was that what you were working on? I hope it was your animation. I hope you were working on that. You can save it for tomorrow. But what is this epic musical Is it like some new like off Broadway thing that just kicked off, or was it something from that movie that the movie with Ariana Grande? Wicked. Takes me a minute. Ah, Wicked or Epic? Drago wanted to do an escape. All right, so like George the Jungle or some George musical that I'm missing? I'm assuming we're not referring to George of the Jungle. Ah, I gotcha. Oh, okay. I went too close and cross-eyed myself for a second. We have approximately 25 minutes before the next ad break. This is where you radically candor say, it's closing time. You either ring it out or you get out of the store. But then your boss goes, you can't say that because that would be rude and incorrect. I feel your pain, Sleepy. I feel your pain. Uh, there were plenty of times when you'd come in at 5 o'clock and go, or 10 o'clock, and someone goes, I want to sit down and eat. It's like, sir, we're about to close and this is Dairy Queen. All right, we're going to pick one part of his tail and we're going to work there and only there. Just constantly commenting, oh, that would be great for your child to be, or the child coming. We need to add a little bit of that and get this party started. We're not all cool like you, Sleepy. We're not all cool like you. Right? We don't have a Toys R Us still here. Hey, nerd. Well, you tossed it off the frickin' thing. You're okay. You're A-okay, sweetie. No, you're fine. I promise you're A-okay. You're fine. You're A-okay. Good evening, three geeses in a trench coat. Welcome in. I am three cats in a trench coat meowing. Forgive me. Not everything's working perfectly right now. Can you hear her in the background? You're okay. You're A-okay. You're fine. 100% A-okay. Welcome in, Three Geese. I've seen you about in a couple of different places. I'm glad you've stopped by and checked out here. Sweetie, chill out. Please? We are working on a red dragon. I started base coating him with a violet and a crimson. And then I was going to step up the slowly, but then realized it was going to take too long, so I'm going to jump up a little bit higher to my reds and glaze them over and see what it looks like. Violet, excellent. Excellent. Welcome to the club. Uh, it's just one, really, Smithereen. She just tends to be very vocal during this time of the stream because it's getting to be treat time and she's wanting to remind me to not forget to give her treats. Or she's wanting something to scratch her brain a little bit and make her, have fun and feel loved. But tonight, once the stream ends, and we raid out and we go find someone, I am definitely going to have some kitty playtime and see what happens. They don't play with each other too, do they? They bonded with you. Therefore, you are the favorite toy that they like to play with. I just have the one. She's currently not in the window right now. She is a 2-ish-year-old. Boy, 1 second. Get out of there. Get out of there. Out. All the way. Come on. Come on, nerd. Come on. Out. You know you're not supposed to be up there. Uh, as I was saying before I had to get her off the shelf that houses all of the miniatures that could get knocked off, she is a slightly... She's not quite... She is 2 years old now. So she's super energetic. Nah. She is the second cat that I've acquired since living on my own. As you can tell, right now she has found a toy to entertain her. I'll tell you something about German sausages. They're the worst. So all of yours being around 9 years old, I can understand because they've got their personalities, and by golly, they are set in their ways. They get 3 hogsheads to the rod, and that's the ways they like it. Yeah. She was actually protesting her cat food for a while, and I had to switch up brands on me. Because I mean, I didn't want to always keep feeding her Friskies, but that's what they fed her at the pound or the shelter when I rescued her. So I kept it, and she liked it, and I tried to wean her off to something more expensive or something fancier. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Welcome in, Blades. My alerts are not working perfectly, so I'm terribly sorry for anything and everything that I miss. The emote wall does work. Oh, look. The follow button does work, though. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Brilliant. Brilliant. Smithereen and I were sharing stories of cats. Yes, I was on Michael Paints Miniatures stream. I tend to follow quite around. Thank you for the follow, Retired 11B. Thank you for the follow. Oh, I'm sorry I've missed it. Please forgive me. I missed the other follow, and that follow. Goofball, you could open the other dock. I am a pro streamer, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Best streamer. Gray Bowser, Retired 11B, Miss Jars and a Ball. Thank you, and thank you for the raid so much. Thank you for the raid so much, Blades. How was your dumpster fire or your dumpster corn going? The dumpster corn. Miar. All right, we are off to the races. It's Miar and Miss Miar. That's excellent. You have the funnest names, Miss Miar. I decided we were going to do some base coat and chilling, so I picked out a red dragon from Bones Five's Dungeon Dweller set, and we're going to do some red and have some fun. So, Gray Mouser, my cat is running from side to side, and we were sharing stories about personalities of animals and how a 9-year-old cat has more stuck in ways than anything else. You will see Katra, our stream helper, bouncing around. She is currently in, I guess she had a big bathroom break mode and really hyper right now. Yeah. Good morning, Multi. I have a question for you. Yeah, the post poop zoomies. Oh, son of a biscuit. Ad break. Rush down. I really should be more aggressive about cleaning up that list, to be honest with you, Layden. Um, there are times that I look at it and I go, I should do that this weekend, and then it's like, oh, I'm running around with my head cut off, and I really should clean it up a lot more, or switch over and disable him for a while, and see what actually happens. Um, Between Siri and Stream Elements, it should be okay. Yeah. So I tried to undelete the message, but it was unfortunately undoable for me because of Nightbot being Nightbot and totally blocking the message because it just deleted the message outright. I need to adjust some of the settings around for it. Yeah, I grabbed a generic word block list that companies use, and I took the approach of clean it up as it happens rather than sort through. But anyway, Malty, for you. For you. Let me scroll up. We have a question. Why are I'll tell you something about the German sausage Maltese. They're the worst. Yeah. I had a boss once upon a time that was getting his emails blocked going to a client because the words spelled out Lesbo, but he was typing out Stylesboro. And finally, IT got in touch with him and goes, "We finally figured it out." And they explained it to him and they corrected the issue. You know, slightly important thing to fix. But it you know, kind of goes to that question sometimes. Yeah. Layden thought it was a good one and wanted to make sure it got shared. I was potentially going to write it down for myself so I could repeat it tomorrow on stream if we saw you again. Tomorrow night, I will be streaming at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Layden Rose will be present as well at some point during the stream. Myself, Battle Ready, Smiling Beagle, more than likely, potentially a spelling mistake, will be around, and we shall start to tackle Miniko again. Once I turn down the exposure, you might be able to see her a little bit better. I will have to definitely mess with some settings. We're currently working on some non-metallic metals for both the gold and the silver pieces. I'm going to re-BaseCoat this fish and make it match up with the rest of the gold here on the face and the neck, and I need to do a red gem. Or I might work on finishing up her hair so I can glue that together and work on her little bonnet in the back. And now my camera's too dark. Turn the exposure up. Crucible Blue? Sacre Bleu! Welcome in. How are you? What were you painting this evening? Blades81 is here, and she is being an amazing person. Oh, yeah. Blades81 was here first. I need to give her a shout out first. I'm sorry, Crucible Blue. And you, sir, must not be feeling 100%. Nurgle's gift may have had a lasting effect. Take care, Skitzer. Take care. Your followers of Azrael are safe here. I shall bedazzle them with my painting of the color red. We are in a very low-key, chill, let's recharge so we could plan to take over the world tomorrow kind of mode. Thank you, Layden. That's why you're the best mod ever. Uh, Not necessarily multi. It's taken me quite a while to gain the popularity. I had to go make friends. Well, you know what, Blue? You be safe. I did not want Nurgle to bless your internet. That's the one thing you don't want them to bless. We shall reach out to the Mechanicum and see what we can do. Uh, Honestly, Multi, after my week, I was feeling pretty down and pretty blue. Layden can attest to how down I was feeling, and this stream has really started to re-energize me. I am looking forward to picking up the brush again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day after that. So, I want to see all the friends. But we started base coating this feeler with a crimson and violet base, and we're going to highlight up with some red. I may glaze in some crimson from the shadows to the mid here, but we'll see. Oh, yes, we do. Layden Roses has sent me the first idea of her badges, which I am excited to see. I am very excited to see. I am not going to do a screen share because I do enough of that at work. And we're just going to have it pop up one day. I am very grateful and thankful that I have someone like her, and if I needed to, I could reach out to the amazing King Dixon Balls, and they would be more than willing to assist and help out as well. But Layden is going to help, so I am going to let her help. Is the Chaos Elmo ready to rock and roll? Also, welcome in, Peasant Oliver. I'm sorry. I've got like some shenanigans happening tonight. Not everything's working as intended, and it's just one of those nights. I'm terribly sorry. I did not mean to ignore you on YouTube. We'll have to scroll up. What's feeling like you're climbing Mount Everest, Multi? Tell us. So there's a couple of jokes that pop up that come around this, Multi. Some people say, you know, at the top of Mount Everest was a highly motivated individual. Just remember that. Yeah, wait up for her. She's got the short legs. I started the base coat for this dragon in a violet and crimson colors to get this burgundy-ish purple tone. So I could start highlighting and adding in the red, and you can see the difference that it made just on that leg right there versus the wings. And I'm kind of digging it. It's meant to be a nice, chill, relaxed paint job. It ain't meant to be, I must make sure that I blend the color perfectly. It's a growing dragon. Let him have his mistake. Let them have their mistakes. Just don't throw Layden. Just don't throw Layden. Dwarfs don't like it when they're thrown. And for those curious, Katra is running back and forth in the house today. She has got that post-poop zoomy. But yes, back to our original topic. Rinse my brush off. Cats and personalities. Once they reach a certain age, by golly, they get stuck in their ways so hard it's not even funny. The expectations that they have of themselves and you becomes infinitely more higher. Isn't that right, sweetie? Okay, there you go. Yes. Cats and personalities. Cats and personalities. They are very fixed in their way sometimes. And it can be a lot of fun. Or it can be really terrible. Depending on the personality that you end up getting with them. Katra, my cat, is extremely social, so I'm thankful for that. She was very annoyed with me this week because I was not home a majority of the week like I usually am. And her food was delayed quite a bit, so she had a right to be angsty about some stuff. The front of that leg should probably be a bone color. No, I am correct. I'm glad you're working on the Hulk, though, peasant. It sounds like a lot of fun. Because I mean that one's an interesting figure to paint up. For those wondering, yes, I do stream on YouTube as well in a vertical and a horizontal format. So if you ever wanted to check it out over there, you're more than welcome to. It is not a requirement. However, I do have one fine fellow over there that does deserve the attention and the questions being answered. Bum, 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 bum. They're working on a Cruel Boys or War Boss on Hulk. Oh, can't think of the words. Can't think of the words. So, I hope everyone's Friday has been amazing. And those joining us from Crucible Blue or Blades 81, I do like the fact that you've hung out for a little bit with me. I am very grateful for those folks that have rated my stream, and I look forward to supporting them in return and rating back. At some time in the future. So if I'd done brown, this might read a little different. But I kind of like the purpley blue. Purpley blue. That's definitely not blue, goofball. I'm kind of liking that red, that dark purple, violet red that you could have kind of like argue when you're a small child or you're young or you're like a snake shedding its skin and it's not quite that full, vibrant brown red tones that you're used to seeing. Kind of digging it. So, I mean, we could call him a young dragon. I have a list of things to do. This is my first stream. Since I reached the affiliates, please do not subscribe right now. I am working on alerts and fighting with stuff right now. But do feel free to give Malty a OSF Malty a nice little boop with an exclamation boop. Oh, how are you doing in your ranked games, Malty? You have not given me an update in some time. Or have you been focused on painting since you got all your supplies recently? And if you want to share what you did, Blades, let me know and I will give you the exclamation permit command so you can share temporarily. Michael Paints Minis, how are you doing, sir? How are you doing? Welcome in. Uh, Excellent. I'm glad you're doing well. Decided to work on a little dragon tonight and do some base coating and just technically 2 raids. You came in with the... Oh, I missed an entire mold line right there. Oh, well. We're just going to have to futz that around. Yes, and Michael's Paints Minis is an amazing painter. Do not let them tell you anything else. I did share with you, share with Layden Roses, that one printer that you were using that made that cat that you were painting on. Holy cow. I was threatened by Arrow because apparently they really liked it. And I really like them as well. However, I have a wall of things ready to paint, and I am not adding to my list beyond what I already have added to it. But those were some really interesting and pretty sculpts. Like I really, yeah. Peppanuke. I really like those mashup kind of adventure, anthropomorphic sort of adventurers that are like really cute and fun. I was like, no, I must not acquire. I must not. But I will eventually. If I manage to get through one of the board game boxes and get it all painted up, I might buy something else. Yeah. It's crazy. Like their sculpts are just absolutely beautiful. I will probably have to show that to Smiling Beagle tomorrow on stream so he can have something fun like that. Because did you um did you did you did you buy it scaled up or did you scale it up yourself? Or did you buy like the 71 millimeter version of it? I guess is my question. Because he wasn't a 28 millimeter, he was something more like Cat. Yeah. Feels like he was something more along that line, which was 75 millimeter or something along that. Ah, okay. You're A-okay, sir. A-okay. I know some painters have enjoyed the 3D printing and the art of increasing the scale rather than keeping it down at 28. just because their eyes tend to get a little bit better when they scale it. It's easier for their eyes when they scale up rather than down, or keep it at the same size. And are you also a 3D printer? Ah, or did you, or can you? I've actually never really used my mini factory all that much. Uh, can you have them print from there and ship to you, or is it you have to buy the STL and find a printer? It scales well, and it looked like a very interesting way to work and experiment with texture on various cloths. Like you were doing the shiny purple of the cat's pants, which I thought was really interesting. Um, because there's a lot about the sculpts that lend themselves to working textures and learning textures a little bit better. Ah, okay. That makes sense. If I need to acquire something from Mungo, I do need to acquire things from Mungo. I may add that to my cart, or add one of them to my cart then. Because I was looking, they had like a little waiter staff there. I'm sorry. Yeah. Um, I'm sorry, Layden. I will chat with you on stream tomorrow and we can see what we can do to modify that timer. That could be a Twitch timer that's unmodifiable. Um, I actually have to acquire some stuff. Hold on one second. One second. I have a future project that I need to show off. Um, so I have this. Calm down, light. Calm down. Will that chill you out a little bit? So I have this Puss in Boots from Daniel Found Miniatures that I need to paint up at some point, and I was thinking of doing it soon. I was 22 when I acquired him, and I need to acquire some stuff from Daniel Found Miniature, or not Daniel Found, Mungo anyway, because I want to build a small little diorama. And the guy had some weight staff figures, if I remember correctly. I was like, oh, we might be adding quite a bit to this diorama, or this little scene that I'm building in my head. You're okay, sweetie. Uh, so at some point, I will be acquiring more things. But it'll be a-okay. I have the website, and I can work out the details with a printer when it comes about. When it comes about, T. What's up? Oh, she goes ham on that one post right there because she can really get her claws in it. She really likes that post. Uh oh, biscuit. 9:15 will be the next break. Yeah. We'll probably raid out here in 15 or so minutes. I do have ads that run on the stream. They run every 50 minutes. I have to let them run, and they run for 2.5 minutes. I have no way to change that. I am sorry. I could change it, but I feel that it would be unwise and unhealthy. So before everybody gets stuck. Okay. Um, but before I get stuck and feel bad for making you all sit through ads, I will make sure we raid out before the next ad break happens. And due to my amazing streamerness that I am with ads, I have to remember mentally that they're coming. So we will find someone to stream raid into. Yeah. There's a fellow that's been popping into Grumpy Crane's Studios chat, Mungo's Marvelous Mungo, or Mungo's Marvelous, I believe. He did a lot of the basing bits for something. I know Blades 81 uses them quite extensively and likes to get bags of goodies from them. Painted up a really cute pumpkin at one point that was exposing his inner candle, if I remember correctly. But we will. I will endeavor to find a printer for that. I think Laden Roses may have a printer as well, but they may be Canadian, and I don't know about them. But we made quite a bit of progress. He started this session black, and now he's got a semi-red tail coming out. The blends are nowhere near as smooth as you and Luca's, Michael, but I kind of like the dark contrasting red. It really makes it feel a little bit more red that way. So this dark red was Chimera's crimson with a mixture of violet. And then it highlights up where I've been glazing into crimson red to just straight red. To just straight this red. I grabbed the wrong red. Whoops. I meant the red, not Tolbean red. Well, that was a game day decision right there. I meant the red, not the red that I grabbed. All good though. We'll make it nice and pretty like, yes sirree. It's still working out really well. But the dark reds, I think, are going to contrast really nicely once I get his gold coins colored up and then get this purplish lilac rock darkened down and highlighted up again. And then his bone, I want to continue to go with my brown and green recipe that I have discovered when I was painting Belmonth and see how much I continue to like it that way. So I've got a small plan for him. I just don't want to I don't want to make him like a high display piece. Kind of want him just to be a little chilly. You know, and have just kind of like a piece that I can go work on that's just a shut your brain off. Remember your brush control. Remember to glaze. And just have fun painting. It's not that I don't always have fun painting, but sometimes when you've had like a rough day at work, it's always good to have like a fun piece, a goofy piece to work on. Yeah. I always do paint for me. I've tried to paint well when I was GMing or DMing for Dungeons and Dragons, I would paint up my characters, the player characters. Um, but I have found that I am enjoying painting for me a lot more than others and having fun with what I'm painting. And I realized I had a lack of dragons on my. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly true. It's always good to work. It's good to work with someone, but it's better to enjoy what you're working with first off. I was talking with Sleepy Wolf earlier about if too many people got sassy about not painting James Workshop, I would do it, but I would do it in the malicious compliance ways that I often do things and paint a Pride Marine. And let it fly. Let it fly. Because I know that Reaper's not the best sculpts ever, but they are some of the most fun sculpts. Like, there's not a lot of dragons hoarding gold in this pose. Yeah, yeah. Have fun with what you're painting. I mean, if you can't have fun with it, you're never going to enjoy it. That's, you know, something that I refound last year and have started to re-enjoy again. This definitely going to be for me uh, all the time. And it's just going to be a hangout and recharge space. Yeah. A lot of the newer stuff from Six, though, has been phenomenal in terms of holding sculpts and how they are created. Just because of the difference in technology. Because a lot of the Reaper 5 stuff was still bones black and hard and not good. Because, like, there's a mold line that's kind of like running right there that's hard to get rid of. You couldn't have always seen it. Yeah. This is Dungeon Dwellers from Bones 5. This guy. Yeah. Bones USA is always. Because the mouselings that they do for ReaperCon are always some of the prettiest sculpts and the most fun sculpts. I know. Is it, is it Gene that makes the sculpts or is it someone else? Yeah. Gene Van Horn. Um, apparently, sometimes it really. So, I mean, you can tell the side that I have touch versus the side I haven't. Um, I think Anne was talking in one of her streams a while back about she likes painting the mouselings because they're so much fun, but sometimes Gene doesn't always like sculpting and creating them, and it takes a lot out of them. If I remember the story correctly, I could be speaking out of my rear. But they are always so fun to paint. I will be 100% honest. Like you could tell me, well, there's a new one. It's like, well, there goes the wallet. Just go ahead and give them money. Ba-da. Oh, my wet palette needs a little bit more water. Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. I don't want to mess with his face. That's too much work right now. Go back to doing scales on my amazing green stuff job to fill the gap. I I remember goofy things. I could be misremembering the discussion about it because I think a lot of people really just wanted to see him paint more mouse or create more mouselings, but I don't think he really wanted to keep creating them all the time because it was like one of those things that a mouseling's fun to create every so often, but doing it all the time as your job can be pretty unfun. So it was some conversation about that. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, I I can't fully remember. He is a very fun sculptor though. Um, when him and Jason Weeby, or was it someone else? When they were doing the sculpts for Bone 5 and those Kickstarters, kind of keep updates on. I always found them to kind of be fun. Because I remember one of their heads poked up and he goes, "What? I think I was told Farrah Fawcett hair." Because they were talking about, I think, the Cloud Giants at the time. You have it written on there, sir. That's Cerberus. No, you don't have it scribed on there. Sometimes on the bottom of their bases they scribe their names for who created it, but they did not have that scribed on for her. This figure right there. Okay. Yeah. Yep. That is always an unfun time. Yeah. It's one of the hardest things is when you have to be put on display to perform. It just does not end well. And it does not lead well to the end. We make the choice to display ourselves now and what we want to display. And we are not forced or constrained to paint what we do not wish or display what we do not wish to display. You are welcome to show who you want to be and how you want to be them. That actually tracks. So we were doing presentations a lot of this week, and I had to be publicly facing or group facing for the most part in a polite manner, which has now started to bring on a headache. 2 minutes. 2 minutes and we find a rate target because I do not wish to capitalize on everyone's good natures and wills for watching the stream and have them be bombarded by ads by me. when I can pass them along to someone else before that happens, I hope. But presenting with a group or presenting in a discussion where someone could help out and help field questions and be that barrier kind of changed the tone a little bit. So tomorrow I will be streaming again at 4 p.m. Eastern. I will be doing my extendedly long stream. And we will be working on and returning to Maniko tomorrow, and Smiling Beagle shall be there as well. A lovely older gentleman that has started to stream and paint again. I look forward to seeing him tomorrow, and maybe we will not have as many technology issues. We will be returning to Maniko the Geisha. We're currently working through non-metallic metals and different aspects of her. She has been a long time coming for me and working on getting the project complete. I have non-metallic metal bits on the gold to do. I have red, a little bit more red I need to do for the separation here. Maybe clean up some of the transitions and blendings of the browns and the blacks. We'll see. But we have a lot of non-metallic gold to go. We have our hair to finish. Yes. This is a Chimera model from their jewels collection. It's a full bust. So she has been in progress for over a year. And if I can start getting some of these longer streams squared away, she's going to start finding her way in the done pile. And I look forward to that. I still need to very much do her eye. We worked on a lot of the skin tone last time and corrected it. So she will be tomorrow's project. But we need to find a raid target. Who is online that we shall raid? Who do we have that is live? We have Super Cousin Time. Oh, it's Dex. We have Poef Chad. And we have Pukra. We're probably going to go say hello to Pukra. She is a admin, or I'm sorry, don't say she, they. They are an admin for Grumpy Crane Studios. So we will go say hello and give them a nice little raid and see what happens. I thank you all for being here. Katra is nearby and says hello as well. I'm going to let her get some amount of screen time as I start to the raid channel. Yep, and you can see Katra is there. It looks like they're playing a game. Something cute and cozy. Let's go find out. I thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. Be safe, be good, and let's have an amazing weekend.